my name is Courtney. Welcome to the channel. This is my first YouTube channel. I'm not sure how good I am with video, but I hope that you do stick with me. I started this channel to talk about self-care, self-love, self-confidence, and self-awareness mainly. I have been posting my art on the internet for a pretty long time. I am a plus size woman. My art is very figurative, and throughout the years, a lot of people have asked me where I get my self confidence, which prompted me, to start this channel. But the reason that I'm doing it at this time is because we talk about, self love, self care, self confidence, all of that stuff far more today than we ever have in the past. Millennials are really the first generation that has been fully aware of self care. And mainly, I think that that's just because we have, such a better reach to research as well as advertising and messages about mental health, self-care, all of that stuff really through the internet. We have grown the self-care industry into an $11 billion a year industry, which is huge. That also means that the average American is spending about $200 a week on things that they consider self-care. That can sometimes just be treating themselves in one way or another. That doesn't necessarily mean spa, like it could be spa services, it could be a new pair of sneakers, it could be whatever. I think that, or I guess what I want to do with this channel is really try to break stuff down, because I feel as though in order to make it that big of an industry, people talk about it a lot. However, we mix the things that come to us from reputable sources with the things and the messaging from advertisers. And I think that things can get really mashed up within the two. And I just want to be able to set the record straight, I guess. I also think that so many people who talk on this topic make it seem really mysterious for like whatever reason. And maybe I am the only person that thinks this, but I have read so many books and like articles and this and that, like trying to figure out what mindfulness actually is, or like what I should actually feel when I'm meditating, or like how do I know that I'm doing this right, And there are so many people giving you different steps and different things that it gets, like I said, just all muddled together, and you kind of are set on this path. You know that you want to love yourself, you want to care for yourself, you want to eventually get to a point where you're happy and grateful and mindful and all of these like buzzwords. But how do you actually do that? How do you know when you're on the right track? How do you know when you've arrived at each, different level, I guess? And I think that it's a lot simpler than a lot of people think. Just no one explains it very clearly and concisely. So I really want to dive into different topics and do my best to do that for you guys. I also want to kind of set forth, I guess, the message that even though we've made self-care this huge industry, you actually don't need a ton of money in order to care for yourself and love yourself and find your self-confidence. So I kind of really want to hit that home, like the things that you need in order to kind of live your best life self-care wise. It doesn't cost $1,000,000. It doesn't cost $200 a week, you know? So I want to get back to like breaking that down for you guys and giving you some ideas that maybe don't cost a lot of money that would actually make a really big difference in your life. Um, yeah, and I think that I also want to talk a lot about self awareness, because self care and self love, we talk about that and throw that around so much. But what is really left out of the conversation is the self awareness part. And I have a quote, and it is: self awareness improves self care. Self care is what enables self love. And self love restores self connection. And your self connection is a necessity and a prerequisite for your happiness. So you really need all three components in order to be the most balanced, be the most happy, and care for yourself in the best way that you possibly can. And that is from a book called Live Gratefully, just in case you want to pick it up. So yeah, that's what I hope to explore on this channel. If you are here and you're looking for something specific, if you send me a message, I will definitely try to delve into it. I'll even do research on things that I don't know about. It is important for me to tell you that I am not a therapist. I am not a counselor. um, I have just, gone through some traumas in my life and, as a result, gone to therapy. um, and read a lot of books. And, a couple years ago, I came to a point in my life where everything that I was doing, and I was working so hard at trying to be better and trying to get this life that I thought would bring me inner peace and like the happiness that I was searching for. And I just kept cycling. Like, I just kept failing. Like, I would push and push and try, and then like the universe would just kick me right back. So I got to a point after a trauma where I just kind of like threw up my hands, and I was just like ready for something new. And I went into therapy, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. This is what I'm feeling and where I am at in life. And I was really blessed to have a therapist who, really like talked to me in a way that no other like therapist ever had. And like, she was open to having conversations about the universe and how everything is connected, and all of the crazy things that I ask. But yeah, I hope that everything that I've learned I can pass on to you. Even if I make you question things and you go and read something and better yourself that way, like I think that that would even be amazing. So, welcome to the channel. That's what we're doing here, and I hope you come along for the ride.